Are we live?
We are live.
All right.
Welcome to a special one-off adventure with Atwater Jeff on our little D&D game. You have the floor, sir.
Excellent. I guess we're back here again, up in the boonies of Stony Plain from our regular large city of Edmonton here in Canada. First off, I'd like to thank everybody for coming here today. I think that's fantastic. We have some new people. We have Daniel from the Northern Nerd Network is actually going to join us for a little game of D&D. So we're going to switch him into some fantasy from some sci-fi today and see how he does. And like I said, I promise I don't kill anybody. Dice do that. So we have a little bit of a situation here because in the last game that we played, Tick Rickety ran into a few bit of problems. And they assumed that he was dead. But because I love Tick so much, I'd like to say that Tick was just mortally wounded. And that Tick has suddenly appeared again, and he's with the party, but he's a little bit worse for wear. He's got a couple of scars. We'll put one right down the side of his neck, down to his chest a little bit, but you know, Tick doesn't care because Tick loves the forest and scars. As you know, this group is located in the little town of Secomber in Forgotten Realms, because we all like to use Wizards of the Coast promotional material for anything live. Now,
shameless plug.
It's a shameless plug. I know, it's a shameless plug. But what we're going to do today is we have a special St. Paddy's Day thing. So before we actually start, since we have a new player here, we like to go through what I like to call a little bit of a player's test. So, right now they're in the 7-string harp, sitting there. Okay. It's a busy night in the 7-string harp. There's lots of merchants doing business and enjoying the sounds of music and tales. Each one is making their deals for trade goods and relaxing after a few hard days on the road. Gabriel Butterworth, the young female halfling bard, is performing for the night. If anybody remembers Gabriel from the last time, she was the little halfling bard who's rather young and just wants to adventure. Once the adventurers enter, she winks at you, and in between sets, she approaches you and asks about the latest exploits, from which she will have to turn into a song over the next few days. You describe to her that you have actually rid Secomber of these nasty little shadow creatures, found the source, Saurus, a deranged gnome warlock who somehow made a pact with a strange shadowy creature and decided that she was after something called a shadow dagger. Its ancient name, Perilous. Does anybody remember who actually had the shadow dagger?
I do. It's Surveillance? That's the name of it?
That's the name of the shadow dagger. Its ancient name is Perilous. Now, Perilous has a little bit of a drawback. When Perilous likes to attack things, it likes to draw the necromantic damage from people. And it likes to actually pass those gifts on to its owner. Of course, as the owner strikes with Perilous, the owner actually can get healed for a certain amount of damage that it has done to the opposing creature. And in return, Perilous returns that healed damage in the form of a shadowy rune that now becomes tattooed permanently on the owner's body. I believe you have a few of those tattoos already,
do you have a few going up the arm right now?
Yep, you have a few going up the arm. Who knows what will happen if you acquire more of these strange shadowy tattoos on your arm. Having rid the lost halls of Hastrel of these shadowy creatures, you return to Secomber. Everybody there is pleased, including Trasker, who will actually come right over and greet you and thank you for the services. He again humbly offers his hand and the barracks if you wish to stay. Elminor, our crazy wizard, is sitting at one of the back booths in the tavern, nose in a book, trying to explain something to a visiting half-elf in a finely dressed clothes. He is sitting there and he waves at you and he gives you this thing, and he's of course smoking his pipe, which has a strange smell coming out of it that you're not really used to. It's very similar to what somebody might refer to as halfling leaf. Elminor is the town wizard and sorcerer and alchemist, and often makes a lot of mistakes. He's very forgetful, mostly because of the amount of halfling leaf he consumes in a day. The door to the tavern suddenly swings open, you see a little man in a top hat. He looks at you and he winks. He's got a crookedy little cane, and he's got a little top coat with a little breast, and he's got a nice little tie and ruffles that comes down the center. He immediately walks up to you and says, "Greetings! I'm in need of assistance, and I believe that by assisting me, I could assist you. But let me tell you my tale. First of all, I'd like to make sure that you are the adventurers I seek. I need to make sure that you know your stuff, and that you are keen as what you're doing. And in return for this, I am ready to reward you with these special magical coins. Because everybody likes magical coins. With these magical coins, should you answer correctly, you can often consume and receive certain magical benefits, of which I cannot divulge at this certain time. But, being a man that I am, sometimes secrecy and a little bit of mystery and mayhem goes along the same way. Don't you agree? Of course.
I don't.
Let us begin.
I don't know if I'm there yet.
You're there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're going to put you right there. So, shall we go on with the little test then? Since I know we have some new people here at the table today, I thought this might be a little bit of fun. First off, everybody pay attention. That also includes you, Tick Rickety. Your dungeon master is thirsty. You have 4 choices. Reach into the fridge and provide a tasty non-alcoholic beverage. Reach into the fridge and pass him or her a beer. Make a delicious rum and ginger for your dungeon master. Roll initiative. Does anybody have an answer?
Oh, I can reach into the fridge.
No, it's okay. There you go. Here's a coin for you. Good answer. Good answer. Oh, you see a chest and you'd like to open it. You have 4 choices once again. You can bash it open with a big sword. You can check for traps. You can see if it has a lock. You can walk up and open to the chest.
Bash.
Oh, there you go. Maybe not the choice I would have done, but you know, you're big and hulky. Your breasts are huge. You have found a trap on the door. Not a trap on the door. You have 4 choices once again. You can kick the door in. You can make a dexterity check to disable the trap. You find a halfling and toss it towards the door. That'd be unfortunate, wouldn't it, Tick? You use your stealth and approach the door, and maybe the trap won't see you.
Toss the halfling. I'm
Toss
tossing
the halfling. Interesting
Halfling talk
choice.
is always funner.
It's,
What is Tick Rickety?
I don't think there's another answer to that.
You have many cantrips. You can cast in 1 turn. How many do you think you could cast in a turn? 3, 1, 2. But you use a mage hand to cast another one as a bonus action. Oh, as many as I want.
In a turn? 1.
Oh,
Bone. Normally I don't test one.
you want to climb a wall. What ability do you need? You can use deception to fast talk the wall into letting you climb it. Insight to discover the true intentions of the wall. Use your abilities as athletics to climb the wall. Roll a history check to see who has climbed the wall before you. Why don't you pass that down to the little halfling down there? Such a good lad. Oh, you might like this one. You find an axe with strange runes carved into the blade. You try to sleight of hand to see if you can hide the axe in your pouch. Use Arcana to check to see if you recall that it might be magic. Make a history roll to see if there's any lore attached to the item. Intimidate the axe to tell you what you want it to know. Arcana down there. Your dungeon master has become hungry.
We have food in the fridge.
You have 4 choices once again. Quickly order a pizza. You pick up your d20 and prepare to roll for a saving throw versus bad things. You check to see if his chip bowl is empty and needs refilling. You brought a shareable snack prepared for these kinds of events.
I got a snack.
You are playing a tiefling fighter with resistance to fire, and a red dragon breathes fire on you. It rolls 20 points of damage, and you have successfully made your saving throw. You have 4 choices once again. You can take 20 points of damage. Math is hard. You take 5 points of damage. You take 10 points of damage.
10.
That's really leaning towards math, sorry.
You see a wounded giant bear stumbling out of the woods. It looks angry. Begin rolling a new character because you know you're going to die. Attempt to run away like the coward that you are. Try to use your animal handling to calm the bear down and tend to its wounds. Attack the bear because it's already wounded and you
Animal
feel
handling.
lucky. A barbarian jumps from a tower. Have you ever jumped from a tower?
Many times.
I do enjoy those kinds of things. To attack a dragon below and rolls a 1. 4 choices. Prepare to meet your fate. Check your character sheet for inspiration so you can roll again. Roll a saving throw versus the ground to avoid taking damage. Go into a rage and you do plus damage to the floor on your landing.
Saving throw
number,
to take
number 5, ignore the 1 and keep going.
I like that.
Prepare to be swallowed.
Your bard in your group provides you with inspiration and gives you a d6. You use the d6 to add the number of drinks you can order at your local tavern. You add the d6 to your damage. You can add the d6 to a saving roll you might make over the next 10 minutes of game time. You can give the d6 to the barbarian because he needs it more than you.
I just start drinking. I just start drinking.
Feel free to answer.
I have no idea how to answer any of these questions.
But that's the whole idea.
That's the best part.
That is the best
There is
part.
There's no right answer.
There's no right answer.
It's all in how convincing you are. Make them laugh.
I just start kind of.
Your second level wizard has 3 first level spell slots. You know 7 spells. You have an intelligence modifier of +1. How many spells can you prepare to cast between rests? I can prepare all 7 spells and cast them in a day. You tell your dungeon master you cast Fireball and see if they notice. You have 3 prepared scrolls you can use that day. You don't need magic, you have a dagger.
I'll throw the fireball.
There you go.
Oh, throw the fireball.
And for the final question, to see if you're able to do these kinds of things. Your dungeon master asks you to roll a d20. Any. There is something I should know about. Is the dungeon master out of food and drink? There is something lurking in the woods. I might be able to see it. Your dungeon master is just messing with you again.
The food is gone.
His food's gone.
Is he
That's right.
smiling
Food
as
is
he
gone.
asks that question?
You are certainly the adventures I seek. Now, I know that nobody does anything without a good portion of pay. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Adventurers like to get paid. But, unfortunately, I don't have any gold with me, which is why I've sought you out. And he waves his little crooked cane and he looks at you and he says, and he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a golden gem. And he looks at you and he says, I have something in this gem that I wish that to pass back on to you. I have no need of him anymore. In here,
Need of who? What?
I have a soul, and I believe you might know him. OHanlon, care to appear? In a ghostly, forming, almost half illusionary form of OHanlon. How are you feeling today, OHanlon? Not good. Oh, you look a little bit squished, like a gargoyle tore a shred off of you. How unfortunate. But this is taunting. I also am in possession of OHanlon's body. I also have the power to put the soul back into the body and return OHanlon to his rightful form. If this should be the case, well, maybe you could help me. You see, leprechauns love gold. And as you can see, I'm a leprechaun. And sometimes leprechauns aren't the luckiest ones, and I've lost my pot of gold. Unfortunately, I know where it is, because one of the ideas of a leprechaun is we always know where our pot of gold is. Me, personally, I don't feel like going into this nasty little area by the blackened tower into the mithril walls of this small little dungeon to get my pot of gold back. So I'd be asking you, would you mind taking on the wee bit of a task? And in return, I shall return your friend.
Can I ask? Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What dragon took your pot of gold?
Oh, it's not a dragon. I don't think it's a dragon. I can't really see inside. I'm not sure, but I'm quite familiar with the area. But I don't know what's underneath where they're holding my pot of gold.
Oh, my master always says, dragon take pot of gold. Always.
I think the dragons take the gold.
Greedy.
I don't know what good they'd have for a pot.
Maybe he needed to pee in. Perhaps he used it as thunder monk.
Very strange. Perhaps a little drink would make you a little bit better. And he orders a round of drinks. He says, please, 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 please. Oh, and Miss Butterworth, would you mind playing a little jig for us? And he orders a round of drinks. And he sits down. Do you have any questions?
I don't really care about the gold at all. Will you tell people about our adventure and our exploits when this is done?
This is why I have Miss Gabriel here, who will record in their exploits. Me, myself, not really interested so much in exploits, but more into the return of me pot of gold.
So is Gabriel coming with us?
Oh, absolutely not.
Then who will record our exploits?
Oh, you can tell your tale on your return, and then she shall sing songs throughout the ages. I understand you're really big on becoming a nice little famous lass, aren't you?
That's all I'm concerned about.
I assure you that I shall pass my tales throughout my travels throughout the lands. Next stop, the moon chase.
If you could just pass the blue binder behind you, Rob.
This one?
Yes.
Whoops. As everything falls out of it.
Did everything fall out?
So,
On the off notes that we do not find Mr. Tick Rickety.
Oh, that won't be a problem.
Oh, right on top.
There he is.
Right on.
how much gold are we talking?
In my pot, endless supply of gold. But
Endless.
the gold is for me, the soul is for you.
I will take the soul. You can keep your gold.
You're a strange man.
I am from the Shoelands, far to the south. You will know.
At this point, can we just kind of quickly go around the tables and just do a quick introduction of the characters sitting at the table? Normally I like to do that first, but I wanted to get a little bit of a scene set up. So let's start with Rob. You are playing today.
Hannah the Barbarian.
Yes.
Yes.
Smash!
Yeah, she's looking for adventure. She's just looking to become famous. She doesn't care about gold or anything like that. She just wants to go down in history as the greatest barbarian that's ever lived. So she's just worried about people telling her tales because you can't take gold with you. So.
Yep.
Second.
And she's currently in possession of a possessed dagger that before battle she has to roll to see if the dagger comes out instead of her great axe. So.
Well, it could be a great dagger now, couldn't it?
Two-handed dagger.
I'm the kind of DM that would actually let you do that.
So my character is Broltic. He is a dragonborn soldier, paladin. He's a little shy at the moment, but once he comes out of his shell, he'll be doing all right.
We doing all right?
Yeah.
Raiden?
I'm Tick Rickety the Ranger,
The famous Tick Rickety the Ranger.
but not the same Tick Rickety as from the Thursday game. This is a different Tick Rickety.
Did you like a soap opera where they bring the same character back, just a different face?
Tick Rickety is famous throughout the realms, yes indeed. Jason?
Oh, I am Shen Feng. I am Shu from far to the south, the lands of the Golden Dragon.
and long days and short nights, you will know that I am a master with my hands and staff.
Did you just
And-
watch
and he's
Big
from the
Trouble in
Shoe
Little
Lanes.
China before?
I think we
I was waiting for the mouth to move and then the voice.
Yeah.
I can do that one too.
I am Shen Fang. I'm a master.
I am master with my hands.
All right.
And I'm
Shannon.
Bryn, level 2, Clark, Dragonborn. I ran away in terror in the middle of the night from my village and from my monastery. Essentially, I'm just looking to figure out who I am, where I'm from, what I do. And I'm mainly concerned with just making sure that everybody that I come across is okay. I'm a helper.
You're a helper.
I'm a helper. I help you do things.
Richard says, wonderful twist.
Great go.
Ooh, new dice.
Because when they're this big, they call you a mister. Jesus.
Well, no,
Those are quite sizable.
this set came with 3 D20s. So as a dungeon master, I roll them and I get to choose which one I want.
No.
All right.
I did have the other half.
All right.
So y'all just make sense.
So the little man sits down, he introduces
Right on.
himself. He says, "My name is Kevin."
Kevin.
Kevin,
Kevin the Leprechaun.
yes. And I think we'd be needing to order some more drinks, don't you agree? And he orders more drinks. And of course, one of the serving people comes over and orders more drinks, or brings more drinks, seemingly unperturbed about whatever tab that this leprechaun is ordering up. And he says, "So, would you be taking me up on my little offer? OHanlon, what do you think they should do?" And of course he brings out the little gem again, and a little mystical semblance of OHanlon appears.
What happened to your friend? Why his soul in your gem?
Can you not talk?
Well, I could ask him a question for you if you'd like. OHanlon, please tell us what happened to you.
That's
Oh, it appears he was eaten by a gargoyle.
So this is his spell.
Ouch.
How?
Nasty stone creatures that live in the barrows of Hastrel, the ancient ruins that lie beneath our wonderful city here.
So, we're supposed to put him back in his body at some point.
Oh,
How do
absolutely.
you do that if he was eaten?
Oh, I have some ways. And I actually have what remains of OHanlon's body.
Where's the body?
Well, where's my pot of gold?
Oh, it's one of
Draw us a
them.
map.
He provides you with directions. It's actually in the Barrens, in the High Moors, which is just south across the river. And he draws you a very detailed map that gives you a little map of how to get there. And he says it's about 2 days. Of course, it's a tower that used to be a little watchtower that was really run by some of the shield dwarves that used to inhabit the areas many thousands of years. Don't you remember those days? Oh, they were glorious when the High Moors ran with mithril and silver alike as they mined the different areas in there until the dark days.
I would
Dark
not know.
days of the
I am
snake.
not from these lands. I am new here. But if your friends would like to go and find your friends with
Well,
your pot of gold to release your
I
friend's
need my pot of
body,
gold.
then I am in. I will do it.
Excellent. So he draws you a map. And he puts the gem back in his coat pocket. And he looks at you and he says, "Oh, maybe we should have just one more round for the road before we turn in for the night and head out first thing in the morning." And he orders another round.
I still haven't touched any of my
Yeah,
dice.
you
I,
can buy it.
I know, but they're still coming.
Okay.
Shen's got 3 drinks now in front of him he hasn't touched.
Okay.
No, I would have drank everyone.
You would have drank all
You
of them.
drank everyone?
I'll keep giving you
I
mine
would
then.
have sipped just one.
Probably would have drank those ones too.
Yeah,
Nope.
that's fine.
Nope.
Nope, sitting in
Nope. Then he
I
just
just pushed mine
and he
over.
takes a few, and he's just like guzzles them back, and it's just like he takes them back and he puts them to his mouth, and the drink disappears. He says, "Well, you're not going to shake him. It's no good letting good grog go to waste." And he starts pounding these things back, and then he says, "Well, do we have some sort of an arrangement and a deal?
I'm in. I have a
Shall
thing
we
about
shake on
friends
it?
for People.
She better tell good stories.
Absolutely. And he runs around and he shakes your hands. He says, "Oh, so pleased to have you on board. Ah, Kevin is going to be most impressed with you. I mean, I will be most impressed with you. Oh, come on, be a good dragon. Shake a leprechaun's hand. It's lucky, you know." And he sits down and he takes the last drink that was full at the table and he downs it back. And in a little bit of a mist, whoosh, he disappears.
What kind of sorcery is this?
Exactly.
The kind of sorcery.
Shen brings out his quarterstaff and what kind of sorcery is this? Who is this? Who have we made a deal with a demon? What say you, large one?
I just want to get going.
I say we should leave before more demons come. What say you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, let's go.
I'm in.
I want my friend back.
Who can read this map? Because Hannah can't really read, so.
Well, the interesting thing
Is it the
is that,
leprechaun
is that
fairy
as funny as it
quest
is,
trail?
it actually has a little. It's like you open up the scroll, and it has a little beacon that's flashing, and then it has you,
You are here.
and it has a little sign that says "You are here."
There we go.
And there's a little
Big
yellow,
arrow that says go here.
Yeah.
little
Nice.
flashing yellow tracks
let's
on the
do it.
map. How to get there.
No, they're not yellow. What day is it today? It's green. They're green tracks.
It'll follow where we go. The little dotted line.
Yeah, it'll kind of help you get to where you need to go.
All right, let's
Every
do
so
it.
often
Shen
we'll
will-
look at
Shen
it.
will
It'll
say-
circle around.
Show us the way. He's like speaking to the. Show us the way to this.
And it
Pot
has a
of
little
gold.
thing, and it's flashing a little green circle thing.
We have to go here. And he looks at straight at Hannah and he goes, "We have to go here."
Yeah. And it looks
This-
like it's 2 days travel.
And he's got this really big hat on. It's really round. It's like really long, like out like this. And
Like my
Like
fishing.
a cartoon character almost.
you guys have seen Samurai Jack.
Oh, okay. Is this a Samurai Jack take back? Love it.
We're moving at that. We're moving at that pace.
All right,
but
let's do it.
Okay.
I don't know if I have the voice exactly right.
Marion, who of course you already recognized from the last time
Can I
as your
get
barmaid.
around for the road?
Oh, she definitely brings you around. And she says, "And who's going to be clearing up the tab tonight then?"
The leprechaun will take care of it.
What leprechaun?
All right.
The one that
How
just.
The one that
How much?
Are you guys talking to leprechauns?
Nope.
We're good.
I've had a lot of drinks, so
How much?
I'm probably not coherent of what I'm doing right. I'll throw whatever money out.
No, the tab comes to 2 gold.
I have 57, so I'll give him 2 gold.
Okay. Tick Rickety picks up the tab.
I appreciate it.
Here we go.
All right, let's do this. Rock and roll.
This good man right here.
All right. So,
It's a big dragonborn
It's-
putting his arm around his like,
a little hat.
Just like picking him up. You're coming with me.
Did you wrap your tail around him?
Tick
Yeah.
starts to like quiver a little bit. Mucus starts coming out of his nose and other
I pick him
places.
up, put him on my shoulders. We're walking out the door. He hits his head on the top of the door head.
Tick would do that.
That's for a really big beer to hit a dragon that hard.
Well,
right on.
didn't you grab him at one point in time, Hannah, and run with him?
I don't think I.
I don't think you
Did.
did that with me. You do with Thursday people.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna do
Okay.
that
Maybe
with
I'm thinking of one of the Thursday games. Anyways, so it's dusk. The sun is setting.
Another night trip.
Did you?
See.
You can. You have a place at the barracks. Traskar has completely arranged a place at the barracks for you to stay, as per norm.
I think we should wait till dawn's morning comes.
I think we
Traveling
should.
at night can be very dangerous.
Then we should go now.
Yeah,
It
let's
is
stay.
almost night. I believe I will stay till morning.
I'll stay till morning, then I'll give me time to chill out and say some prayers and,
I think our friend needs to recover.
get some
I
grip.
believe he will have a headache in the morning.
I'm gonna have a nap right here.
Okay, morning it is.
Morning it is.
I guess we'll stay at the barracks.
Okay. You wake up in the morning. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. You can feel the brisk air coming from the Unicorn Run and the Diaper River that runs south for Secomber. You know that you're going to have to somehow cross the river, which is quite lengthy. There is a ferry boat that does actually transport people back and forth. And as if you arrive at the side of the riverbank at one of the docks, you can definitely see one of the ferry boats who's already beginning to unload a bunch of the pink granite that the dwarves love to mine in the high moors. It's actually prized quite highly, and this pink granite basically gets transported to all over the place. The Waterhavians love pink granite. It's all the rage now. You have to have pink granite this, pink granite that. And you see a wonderful little dock worker who's basically ushering in people and moving things around and ordering some of the workers to unload this granite. And the little barge that goes back and forth across the river is kind of like from the weight of the granite stones. He's kind of like this. What are you doing? Come on! You'll need to get this going! We got places to be!
Excuse me, sir.
You! White brim hat guy! What is your problem?
We would like to secure passage across the river.
Oh,
Can you help us?
yes.
Excellent. What do you charge?
That's for you?
For all of my friends.
And this is a ragtag group of people. We got a huge barbarian, a couple enormous dragonborn, a little wee halfling, and a human monk.
With a hat that's just as big as the barbarian.
Yeah.
You know, I just gotta get all this stuff unloaded. And hey, you know, maybe you could help me with that. I reduced the charge for you, right? You think you help us unload some of these bricks
I can
and
do
blocks?
I can help.
You can help? Oh, that'd be great.
I will go for free, and I'm gonna go over there and start tossing bricks off the.
All right, okay. Who's helping to unload large bricks? You?
I will.
Like house bricks kind of thing?
They're about the size of you.
Okay then.
My little friend,
Can I-
you stay here. Wait.
You said reduce the charge?
Yeah, of course. Reduce the charge. You don't think I do things for free, right?
What happens if we can get this done real quick and you can give us
Well, you know, I do have another load waiting at the other side. Then you can see like a group of dwarves with a couple wagons, and I guess they have quite a few of these large
Perhaps
chunks.
we can help you reload your barge on
Yeah.
the other side.
Yeah, and they're sitting there and they're just like waiting. They're leaning on pickaxes and
You're wasting
shovels and
time
stuff.
by not letting
Okay, I tell you what. You know, let's get this done. We need to get it done, and we need to get it done really fast. All
Very
right?
good.
Then we get over there, and we all make
It's
a
a
little
deal.
money. It's a deal. I agree. And okay, so who's going to try to unload some of the bricks off of this barge that's going back and forth? Okay, so let's start around the table. I'm going to need you to make, because I love rolling dice. Dice is fun.
I know we haven't rolled
So-
a dime.
For the newcomers to D&D, using anything that has to do with lifting
Yep.
is usually an athletics check. Now, you're going to also have to balance on a very, very, very sloppy barge. So that might require maybe acrobatics on the same time, depending on what the DM rolls for the waves. Because waves are fun, right?
Oh, yeah.
So Hannah, I guess you're the one who's really gung ho because you
Can she do
want to
one
get
by-
out there and be famous. All right.
Can she do one by herself?
Yeah, totally. You could each do one by your. If you
Yeah.
could do one. Your strength is like 18, isn't it?
I'm on level 2, 16.
And are the
16
blocks of
counts?
varying sizes,
Aren't you a sailor?
or are they all pretty much uniform?
Pardon me.
Are the blocks of varying sizes?
They're
or are they
like
pretty much uniform?
Doesn't
they're
have a
probably
professional.
about 2 feet by 2 feet
Water
blocks.
island
Okay.
No,
base.
oh,
Yeah.
And what
She
would
is
the
from
weight
an
be?
she is from an island.
You're looking at
That's such a
probably
bad
about
idea.
150 pounds a block.
Okay, fair enough.
They're big.
Yeah.
They could go up to
150
200.
pounds? Psh,
I got proficiency in
I got-
athletics and acrobatics anyway. So
Yeah, this is.
I got the carrying ability for that.
You have carry. Okay. Would you like to roll a athletics check to grab one of these big, huge, giant blocks of pink
Absolutely.
granite?
15, 20.
Oh, you easily pick this up and you start to haul it right off the barge, and you want to get it to the dock where they'll put it on a cart and take it away.
Okay.
Nah.
The barge suddenly gets hit with a wave from the river, and you can feel the weight of the brick on the edge of the barge sink. Whoosh. I'm going to have to ask you to make an athletics check in order to stay on board the barge and not drop your piece of granite into the drink.
10.
You barely make it. You feel yourself, your feet get a little wet and sloppy, and as your brick, your big, huge, giant brick, actually clumps onto the dock.
And I look around to see if anyone noticed.
Perhaps we should help one another.
I don't know whether you are made for this job, don't you think? You're a little light on your legs for such a big woman. And he kind of gives you a little bit of a look.
I'm just going to glare at him.
I would be careful what you say to this one.
You're going to try to lift one as well, too? Okay, so you go and you take one of these big, huge blocks. I'm going to need you to make an athletics check to pick this up. Remember, lift with your knees, not with your back.
6.
First roll in 5th edition.
Yeah.
It's a,
Is this your first roll in 5th edition?
It's a crit one.
I said a crit roll.
It's a crit one.
Welcome to D&D.
Welcome to D&D, buddy.
That's how we go.
That's how we
Yeah,
roll.
you're missing a fist there. You're missing a fist.
Oh, yeah.
So
We'd like to welcome Daniel from the Northern Network in his first game ever of Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. The very first roll, and this is going to all get this. This will be recorded on YouTube, so like this is going to be there for like your entire
is
life,
live.
right?
This is forever.
This is just like your
It's a crit one.
Exactly it.
It's a
That's how I
crit
roll.
one. Okay, what happens
That's me.
when you roll a crit one in 5th edition?
we're the only one.
Well, in some
Oh.
people's games, usually nothing because they don't really have critical failures in the actual rules. But then again, we have
the fun
my
fact?
rules, right? So you go to pick this thing up, whew, and all of a sudden you feel your back go, ugh, and you drop the large piece of granite. Now it's going to probably hit the deck. It may hit your foot. It may crash on your leg. So I'm going to let you decide. We're going to let the dice decide what happens to this brick. Roll a d4. On a 1, it smashes into your foot, doing some damage. On a 2, it smashes into the deck, doing some damage to the barge. On a 3, it smashes into your foot, into the deck, and then it falls into the drink, which you're going to have to find a way to retrieve it. On a 4, you're fine. And nothing bad happens to you today. Other than maybe a really sore back for a day.
Well, let's see what happens.
1.
We got a 1. I'm rolling solid today,
Consistent. You're consistent.
right?
All right. The brick falls, crashes into your foot. You take 2 points of damage.
All right.
Ha! Maybe I have picked out wrong people to maybe help unload these granites. Maybe you should just take your losses and maybe just pay me the gold to get across. But if you insist. And you're helping as well too. We're going to go around the table.
Yeah, I'm gonna help. What do you want?
I want to try picking one up.
I'm gonna just look over.
I think you should
as
get
I
you
hear
first.
Tick.
You
Tick
watched-
comes
You watched
walking
two
up,
giant guys just like.
and I'm like, "Are you sure you want to help?"
I want to try.
Okay. You can roll the d20.
And that's strength, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, it's an athletics check.
It'll be a 6.
You see Tick. It doesn't even budge.
Little one, I'll ask you again, please. Stand over there.
I was hoping
Thank
for
you.
that 20.
I've been honest.
7, 6, 15.
Absolutely, you pick this thing up. Whew, you've got it, and you're walking over. A little wave crashes into the barge, and it takes a little bit of a dip. You're going to have to make an acrobatics check for it. Hang on to your thing.
That's 18.
Whew! You manage to actually not even notice. He seems to have miraculously just kind of took the waves, and you see his body shift in motion, and the piece of granite, and he basically just almost makes a leap onto the dock, and he drops it down.
Might I suggest you help one another lift the block and carry it? Perhaps your balance will be better.
How about I lift you?
Ooh, be nice to Crouching Tucker.
It's okay to get help.
I'm already embarrassed enough as it is.
Yeah, and you have a sore foot.
Yeah, and I have a sore foot.
You want athletics? That's a big
Yeah.
fat 6.
You're having a hard time picking this up. You can't seem to get it, your hands are slipping on it. It's you know, it maybe got a little bit of a splash from someone. Not completely sure where the extra water came on the slick granite, but you're not unable
No,
to
do I
do
have
it.
to pick it up? Can I just get behind it and give it the old college shove? Shove it across the
And
thing.
your hands slip across the granite. Fortunately, it's not really going for you anywhere
So
right now.
I didn't eat it with my
No.
face.
My goodness. This is
He
horrendous.
he says, "Oh, you know, never mind. I got this. Oh, jeez." And you see a couple of the larger lads come down, and they're like, they just pick these things up, and they lift them up, and they just put them onto the dock quite easily, and they just call it a day. And then there's one block left, and it's a large one. And he's like, "Huh." And then the two dock hands are arguing back and forth on how they're going to do this. Well, why don't we just take it from that end and you take it from this end? Well, I don't know. I'll take it from that end, you take it from this end. Why don't we lift from the bottom? I don't know. Why don't we just like slide it over and do this? Well, no, I think we should just take it on either side. What do you guys?
Hannah's getting impatient waiting for these guys to argue, so she's going to walk up, push them out of the way, and pick it up herself.
Okay.
I love this.
I am.
I'm just standing on the dog box.
Did you want to miss it?
I got my
No.
hands.
I'm already.
Absolutely not.
All right.
I'm already mad enough as
You
it
don't
is
trust
right
my
now.
sixes? Come on.
With my foot being sore.
You should get some.
And watching these guys
you should
argue, I
ask
would
for
be the
help,
same
Hannah.
way.
Hannah does not
And
want
I'm just
help.
gonna grab one end.
Hannah's a star.
Do not want help.
Okay, she's not going to take your help, but you can sit there and maybe like just stand there and maybe guide it in case it does fall. That way, if it does fall, you're there to
now.
either catch it
Yeah.
or cushion its blow.
Fair enough.
I opt for the cushioning of the blow.
It's about-
It's about where you are right now, right? All right, make an athletics check. This is a considerably much larger one.
20,
Holy crap.
24.
Okay, you pick up this 250-pound block and you've got it. Hooah! You can feel almost a hernia coming on, but you're going to take it. And you're going to kind of walk it right over to the dock. The two dock hands are like, their mouths are dropped open, and they look at you. She's incredible.
You have hands.
Oh! Wave. From the weight of the stone, and it comes down, you're gonna have to make another athletics check.
Can I actually help with this roll? Like, kind of. Whoa.
He's already there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If you wanted to maybe come in and maybe just brace him in case something bad does happen,
Yes.
I will give you. If something bad does
I'd like
happen,
to help.
if something bad does happen, I will let you both get a reaction to help stabilize
You got this.
Hannah.
I got it.
Okay, so but we'll see how it goes first.
I'll tell you
But
what.
you'll get a
if
reaction
bad happens, yeah, then I'll jump in and.
because it's a pretty big block.
Okay, fair enough.
So
Actually,
you can sit there and kind of maybe help guide it to the docks if it starts to go.
at this point,
You
I
can
don't
cushion
know if I
the
would.
blow between the rock and the
At
docks.
this point, I don't know if I would. I'm already mad enough as it is, and she just went ahead and just picked up this thing without it saying anything.
You've been playing D&D for about 45 minutes now, and you
I'm,
already have a limp.
I'm gonna back up and just watch what's happening now.
Okay, so you're gonna sit there and go, okay,
Yeah.
right? Make your roll, Hannah.
Acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
16.
16. You managed to just at the nick of time, your foot caught a little knot in the wood of the barge, and you brace your foot up there, and you managed to get this thing, and boom, onto the dock. And the two dock hands are just like. You see one whisper to the other one. You don't know what this is. And the other one just goes flush red. Flush red.
I didn't notice or I did see the exchange? Or no,
You did. You totally saw the exchange. You're totally looking at him. One of them's beat red, and the other one whispered into his ear.
I just snort at them and walk up the gangplank back on the ship.
Okay, I need you to make a perception check.
9.
9?
Yeah.
Okay, you thought you heard one of them say something, but you're not sure what they said.
Were any of us close enough to hear anything?
Actually, yeah, because you were kind of guiding it. You can make a perception check, too, and see if you hear anything. Yeah, everybody else is
Crit fail.
Crit fail, you don't hear anything.
I wasn't paying
Would I be able to do a perception check?
Sure? Because you're kind of on the dock. You
Yeah.
were completely out of the way of this. Yeah.
And that's perception. Perception is wisdom, so that is a 14 plus 16.
Yeah. You hear the guy who's turning blushing red, who's kind of like looking, and he's kind of like he's choking almost out of his breath. My name is Ram.
I snicker.
I'm a Scorpio, I make long walks.
I'm an Aries. I worship the god of Timora. And I like to hang out at docks and move large things.
Ah, girl, you got that boy.
Yeah.
She wants to be famous.
Oh, she will be.
I'm going to make sure that you're famous.
Perhaps you can teach him who his daddy really is.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, that's just creepy. You need to-
Regardless, you're the only one that heard anything.
yeah, and Tick was the only one that heard anything, so whatever Tick does is up to Tick. And of course he sits there and he goes, maybe you are the stuff of a dockhand after all. But let me see. Now, everything is unloaded, double check. No damage to my barge. Excellent. Then we shall take you across. I need to get some more.
I cushion the fall with my foot.
With your foot. You have a limp.
That's fair.
So you normally move at 30 feet. So for the next, we'll say 24 hours until you can get a rest or somebody actually heals you, you will be moving at 25 feet.
Would medicine help him?
Possibly, yeah. You could maybe, if you want to, maybe like
I'm proficient.
wrap up the damaged foot and maybe the broken toe.
Perhaps I can help you. with
In
your
his
foot.
case, a broken claw.
Would you like some aid?
At this point, I'm not too happy with this. I really want to set his hat on fire.
Perhaps
You know what?
Just,
I'm gonna go with the limp for now.
all right, till pride gets in the way.
Yes.
All right.
Till pride gets in the way. Okay, and he goes, all right, now let's get this show on the road, right? And you see him, and the two dockhands jump down on the barge, and they got their sticks, and they're pushing the barge all the way across. And it's a fairly large barge. Like, we're talking like it's like a good 20 by 30 feet. It's quite big. And it's meant, and it's got these huge giant logs underneath it that actually keep it afloat. But that's really all at all. It's just meant for transporting blocks of granite and other goods from the high moors that the dwarves bring in into Secomber, which doesn't happen very often. Because they go out and they usually come back like in a month with their big wagons full of things. And the barge is big enough to actually hold a wagon as well. So if they wanted to move their wagons and horses on there, they make multiple trips. But you see a group of dwarves on the other side of the river, patiently waiting as you kind of pull up to the side and kind of, and see the dwarves, they take this big huge plank off one of the wagons and they slam it down on the back of the barge. And you see two dwarves at a time. Each and they're using they have teamwork. Dwarves are good for this, right? And they each taking these chunks of granite off these things, and when they're hauling up planks, and they're putting them back on the barge. And they seem to be going
most
back and forth.
efficient.
Yeah, very efficient. And they kind of look at you and they're snickering and they make a couple snide comments and says, "Big dragons!" And they laugh. They laugh at you. But one of them looks at you.
Nariel says hi.
If you ever want a, oh, hi, Nariel. If you ever want a job mining, it seems like you got the stuff to be a miner. We pay well.
There's no fame in mining.
Look at these beautiful blocks of granite that we have. How could you not be impressed with this? Maybe fame doesn't come from the mining itself, but the money you make. And he's got this little pickaxe, and he takes his pickaxe and he puts it into the ground, and he says, "You could if you want."
One of these days, you'll be making a statue of me out of this block.
Oh. To commemorate your death. Or your life, he says.
Maybe both.
Perhaps we should move on.
And he looks at his
To our
other dwarf.
objective.
I says, maybe we should just make a spot to put the statue. They're heading into the high moors alone. Look at them. And they do a little bit of snicker. There's 6 or 7 of them. There's a couple female dwarves who are just, they seem to be doing most of the heavy lifting. I'm just putting it out there.
I think at this point,
I know that's
with
How
all
are
this,
their beards?
wow, is that ever a sexist comment or what?
No,
Say,
but how are their beards?
oh, they're really good, golden, and one of them's like golden blonde, and the other one's kind of a strawberry blonde.
I think with all the snickering, I would be walking past them, and I would stop and just turn around and give them the
The stink eye.
stink eye. Not just the stink eye, but have the smoke kind of coming out of my mouth, just kind of looking like I'm ready to.
What kind of dragonborn are you?
I am
Gold, brass. Those
Brass,
Are,
I think.
brass. Those are the fire ones,
Yes.
right? Bronze. Yeah. So we have
Yeah.
like a little bit of fire, and we have a little bit of lightning. That is going to be the making of a new jingle for Miss Butterworth back at the 7-stringed harp.
All right.
I hear an
As they're
old- I hear an
saying-
old 80s
As they're
tune.
saying all that stuff, I don't take to that kind of lightly.
Oh, damn it.
No, well, it's
I have the map, so I'm gonna just start walking.
I'm going with him.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
because walking's easy. It's a magic dwarf. Magic table. There's some non-magic nasty stuff. Okay. Like I said, the sun is shining. It's still rather early in the morning. It's not even really, I guess, in realistic time, not even eight bells for the morning time. You have a clear day, maybe a little bit of cloud cover. It's fresh, and even and you're surprised. Even the smell coming off of the moors, which is usually very dry and almost has a hint of decay. The smell coming off of the moors isn't there, because you have a nice, beautiful westerly wind that's just blowing it in, and you can actually smell some fresh, the fresh lichen and greenery that actually sometimes gets put on the moors. And of course, it's springtime too, right? So you have that little bit of grass growing as well too, almost like an open plain with little dugouts and hills and small little canyons, the little puddles of water everywhere. But it's actually quite picturesque. You don't really look at it as the troll-infested, snake people, slave trading environment that it really is.
Goodness.
It actually looks very nice.
Very beautiful here.
Do we have
We have many places like this where I am from.
Do we have any sort of a marching order at all?
I'll go
or-
first. I got a map, so
I was following him, so I'm right behind him.
I'll go in back.
do you want us to just make a marching order?
Sure, you can put one right down here.
How's that?
Yep.
We're kind of headed towards this direction, so
Yep, you're kind of heading towards that direction.
do we have a clear path? Is there like a roadway or a pathway that we're following?
No.
So it's just moors and
I want to do that. Yeah, it's just moors.
like 1985, right?
Pardon me?
1985. Right?
It's what I used to have.
I know.
I love those ones.
Do you have a figure?
I don't have one.
What do you need?
I was not
Do
told
you
to
need
bring
a
one.
bottle cap or
I could have
something?
brought one.
Just
Oh.
kind of something to use?
Yeah, we actually we have a friend.
You have
We have a
power.
friend actually who never uses a figure.
Oh my god.
Because when we used to play this game, it's okay, I can tell the story. When we used to play this game when we were younger, figures were actually pretty rare, and you had to go down and you got lead ones that represent maybe like Rob's character here, Hannah.
Boom.
Yep. So we used to have, and he used to bring out a bottle cap, and
Yeah.
he used to have the same bottle cap he had for years. So for 10 years, the same bottle cap came out, and I was waiting for something like mold to appear on the bottle cap. So we
Seems
finally
more
washed it.
Dragonbornish.
That's a bugbear, but you can use it as a dragonborn if you want.
Who's got a door?
Yeah. Brooding dragonborn
There you
with a
go.
giant weapon.
Brooding, exactly.
Yeah.
He's brooding.
There you go. So like a bottle cap is perfectly acceptable.
I like
And
that.
for a lot of the time, because I know these guys had minis, so we kind of did a little bit of a diorama today.
This was his because he's a paladin.
That's all good.
Wait, who's this then?
You know, the
That-
thing,
is-
this
isn't
twice
that
it's been
you
dropped
that-
on
I
my
don't.
feet.
No, I'm the big
Oh,
one.
I thought you were. Okay, I'm done.
That's one too many characters.
Yeah.
No worries.
Sorry.
Don't worry about
Sorry.
it.
It's all good, man. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, for the most part, I've always used. We've always not used minis.
Yeah, I
Okay.
rarely use them as well too. I sometimes have maps and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and I do a lot of stuff as you guys know. Just I
Yeah.
just describe an area.
Theater
And
of the mind.
that's what you get,
Yeah.
right? But this was not too cool to not want to do.
This is really
This
cool.
looks pretty awesome.
I mean, this takes it to
looks
the
really
next
good.
level. I mean,
Yeah, and you know, it's one of those things where
You know what you're gonna do to me now, right? Thursday nights, you're gonna spoil these guys. I'm just gonna say thanks now.
yeah, maybe that might have been part of the plan. But I'm just a
Yeah.
humble leprechaun today. I don't need to spoil anything for you. So
All right,
you're
we're-
traveling along. Weather stays relatively calm. You can hear in the distance, and there's no need to make a perception check. You can hear a little bit of what kind of a cross between laughter and a howl from more than one direction.
I think we are being surrounded by something. Stay alert.
I just gotta get the code.
It's like
I gotta fight.
I look at him. I'm like very receptive.
Does it sound close?
Does it sound like it's really close?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I've got my quarterstaff out. I'm ready to go. So.
Question. Are we still in like a forested area?
No. I'm just kidding.
Are we still in a forested area?
No, it's not
It
forested
was
at all.
plain.
Okay,
We're
so
on
it's
moors.
You're on the moors,
Alright,
so
so
basically
it's like
you
bog.
have like light grass, light moss, lots of outcropping of rock. Some of it is slightly slippery. You have some larger boulders that sometimes appear. If anybody's familiar with Appalachians or Canadian Shield, take away the trees, that's what you're on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Been there,
I'd like to
done
get my
that.
bow ready.
You're gonna get your bow ready?
Yeah.
Okay, you're readying a bow.
Yeah, I have a sword, so I'll have it on hand and shield, I guess.
You have your quarterstaff out.
Mason shield.
Mason shield. Mason standard mason shield.
Dagger. I go to pull my great sword, but something causes me to grab my shield and my dagger instead.
You see Hannah rip out the shield and go like this and go, reach into that thing, and she pulls out, and you see this dark, blackish, almost it really shimmers in the sunlight, and it almost looks like it doesn't like the sunlight, and you can see it kind of, and she's struggling with her hand. It shakes a little bit as she's holding this dagger, and she's got this grimaced face on her look.
She looks like she's in like distress.
No, she looks like she's in Hannah angry mode.
Okay.
You know how when she gets upset at things like lifting blocks and looking foolish, she's in
Kind of like him when he dropped it on his foot.
yeah, kind of like
Oh.
you're dropping a foot. You know,
Kind of like I'm.
How I am right now.
describe your character. How do you look and feel
I'm
right
still
now?
walking with a limp.
What do these people
Well,
see?
She's struggling because she doesn't like not being in control. So she's like, she wants her big sword because that does more damage, but she's pulled this dagger. So she's kind of pissed off right now.
Excellent.
Beautiful thing.
And you guys kind of take up this sort of like a little bit of a thing, and are you continuing to walk and
I'm gonna
reading your
continue-
stuff?
I'm gonna
or
continue
are you
to
walk.
going to wait and see what happens?
I have my sword down at my side, like I have it in my hand.
Yeah.
but I'm not really. I don't have it up yet.
I suggest
Like
we
I'm
keep
just
moving.
I'm walking.
Okay, gonna keep moving. Tick, what are you doing?
I'll just keep walking with my bow ready, but like, just like down here.
Okay, so you're kind of like half drawn.
Yeah,
Okay, and keep walking.
yeah.
Okay, I need you to everybody at the table make a perception check. Let's see if you see anything. I'll just
I
go
see
around.
everything.
Oh, start off with
Cocked
I
eye.
see nothing.
10.
Just hold on. It is a 21. Not natural. 20. Just
21?
18 and 3.
17.
I am 1.
Oh, you're minus 1 perception.
Yeah, I am.
Sees nothing.
13.
You're a
That's why I'm
paladin.
like, I
Paladin
set
and
my
clerics,
sword down
they
at the side.
blindly
I don't
follow
really care. I'm
things.
just
And you got a
walking.
17? 13?
Awesome.
Okay, you and Tick, you see a strange little creature. It looks like a smaller version of a wolf, and it's got some tufts coming out of the bottom of its chin. It looks like it's spotted. Looks like it's kind of like almost like a cheetah. And you kind of see it perched up there, and it's sideways to you, so you get a full view of this thing. It's a little bit larger than like a German Shepherd, but smaller than a wolf. You really have a hard time kind of looking at it. And it stares at you, and you can see, and it bares its little teeth, and it's got some sharp jowls, and it's got some fangs that are coming down.
Does it look like it's trying to menace us?
No, it's actually just looking at you.
I'll just keep walking.
Okay, it's if you check your map,
Yeah.
okay, so you put your quarterstaff away, check your map, and it shows you're on the right direction, and this thing's right in front of you.
I'll just keep moving towards it. I'll put the map away, pull out my quarterstaff, and keep moving towards it.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good 300 feet away anyways, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then you see it kind of duck behind some rocks, and it disappears.
Considering I don't see anything, I'm just walking still. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just kind of moving along. I got mace, shield, and I'm looking, but like I'm still just walking.
Do you guys tell us?
Yeah,
what you see?
I will explain exactly, yeah. It's
Well,
good
then do
thing you
that.
said. There is a spotted dog ahead of us. It appears to have gone behind some rocks. Keep your wits about you. Follow me.
Can I start running up to this spot?
Yeah, you're going to break away from the
Yeah, I
group?
want to break away.
Okay, so Hannah breaks away from the group. You have a movement of 40, I believe.
30.
30? Oh, are you not you're, it's coming. One more level, I think, right?
Okay.
When you get the 40?
Yeah.
So you burst up ahead, and you run 60 feet ahead.
Yeah.
And that's your round. You guys see Hannah.
I let her go.
You continue to run
But I
up.
keep moving. My speed is 40.
Yeah, so you guys are a little bit behind. Hannah's actually running up, and you can see her getting more and more distance ahead of you. And now she's like 100 feet ahead of you, and now she's like 200 feet ahead of you. And you get to the spot, and you're standing there, and you can see a little bit of a rock there, and you can see a small gully that goes down, that kind of leads up, and then goes up onto the next rise. And the gully seems to kind of snake in between here. So it's like a little bit of rolling hills, and you have this gully there. And it's not like a steep incline for a gully. It's quite a low rise. Like we're only talking like maybe like this down, like easily to walk down and walk back up again without really noticing. But that gully seems to go on for another 50 feet, and you don't really see anything. You four, on the other hand, hear from behind you, because no one says they were looking behind them.
Well,
You hear-
well, I was in the back, so I was like,
you
being
hear
at the rear guard.
you hear a snarl, and suddenly from the crest of the hill, that's basically just like not even a crest, you see a fairly large canine beast, and he's almost got like a mane going down the back of his head too as well. Now that you get a closer look at him, and he stands there and he's snarling at you. And as he comes up, and definitely pause in the position, right? And he looks directly at you. Yes.
can I not shoot it, but shoot the rocks at its feet? Like because it's standing on a cliff or something, so like shoot just below its feet kind of thing to try and scare it away.
Sure.
Are we witness to this or not?
You're looking at Hannah, who's run off into the
Okay,
distance.
fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, she's run off into the distance. And from behind you, of course, now is these encroaching, this single right now, encroaching beast from behind you. And he's about, we'll say, a good 40 feet, maybe 50 feet. You're not really sure. That kind of pops up there. Now, Tick, you really want to
I want to
shoot an arrow at the ground.
Yeah, I want to shoot an arrow at the ground at its feet to try and scare it away.
Okay.
Because I think that if I attack it, if there's more around it, it'll anger them if I attack this one.
All right, okay, make it a hit roll. You wanna shoot an arrow at the ground.
Yeah.
Does anybody know the AC
Nat
for
20.
ground?
Nat 20 doesn't matter.
Just asking, like, the ground's got to have an AC class.
I
right?
would say 10
I would say 10, right? Yeah.
or less.
How much damage can an arrow do to barons? Is it resistant to arrows?
just
You
1d6
killed
plus
the
Is it
ground.
resistant to piercing damage, but yet prone to bludgeoning?
Just gonna make sure I actually have all the numbers on my dice here.
That would be helpful.
No, we got
Because I've actually had people who have picked up a dice and they think they're rolling their D20, but it's their D12.
Yeah.
It happens all the time. Yes, you put an arrow and it hits the ground, and your arrow kind of splinters,
No, never happened.
and you see it kind of splinter in half, and it kind of shatters, and you see a few little dust and rocks kind of pop off, and then it looks at you even more. It's like,
Okay.
and just as that happens, because now you guys are all turning around. I need you to make a perception roll to see if you can actually hear what's going on.
7.
Yeah, you're still looking around, but if you look back, you can see everybody's kind of turned around. You see 2 others on each of its flanks kind of poke up and look there, so now there's 3. And they're staring at you, and they're growling.
All right.
But they're not moving.
I know this is going to sound weird, but can I use my animal handling which I'm not proficient in, but to try to calm them or
Quick.
befriend them or
1 second.
just to calm them down?
Yes.
Because he's not proficient in it and I am, could I do that and then he helps me?
He's already started,
Okay,
but you
then
can
can I help him?
assist him, yeah.
So
if you
do I
want
get
to.
an advantage with it, with the helping roll?
Sure.
Okay.
Considering the person that just is trying to help calm them just shot an arrow at them.
So the first roll was a 10.
So you kind of reversed what you might have thought you'd done, but you shot an arrow at him. So that's a hostile action, and now you're trying to help somebody do. Okay, so what did your first one was a 10?
10.
Okay.
And 12.
12? No.
Nothing. They're not.
No, you don't
Because
actually.
I'd be moving up towards Tick as well. So
Yeah.
Just
So,
to,
so
like,
well, the Tick's gonna actually, we'll turn Tick around here. And you are doing right now?
I've heard the growling and I've just kind of turned around because I need to see. And I'm not doing anything. I'm just.
What's your character's name? I forgot.
Broltic.
Roltic? Okay. Roltic, what are you doing?
Broltic.
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 It's a bro.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
Tick. I'm looking at these
Initiative
dogs.
is 2 decks.
I'm still gonna keep my sword down though,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna actually keep walking.
Do you want to make another perception check for me, Hannah?
Yep. That's an 8.
That's an 8?
Yeah, so
Okay,
apparently
you-
I'm still checking that gully out really
Yeah,
closely.
but no, you're not
No,
checking
no,
the gully.
you
You
turned around.
just
Oh, I turned
you
around.
haven't heard
Oh,
the
okay.
animals growling.
Right.
That's really what I'm looking for.
Okay.
And you can't really see them, but when you look around, you do notice that your entire group is not looking at you. They're now looking in the other direction.
What are you guys doing? We're supposed to go this way.
do I hear that? Do
Yeah.
we hear that?
Yeah,
I will,
Hannah yells.
in a louder voice, I will yell,
We have a situation. Perhaps you could come back and help us.
How far away am I at this point?
200 feet.
It's like, oh. I'll start running
I'm-
back, I guess.
I'm still limping forward.
Yeah, you have a limp.
Yeah.
Yeah, you only move 25.
Yeah.
So he's limping towards Hannah,
Yeah.
and Hannah's coming back towards
Yeah.
us.
Okay, so basically you're gonna be, oh, that's cool. You're gonna be going this way. Hannah, you're gonna start running back.
Yeah.
Okay, you have a little dog here, a little dog here, and a little dog here. They're not friendly. As you start running back, you see another one kind of like come right in front of you. It's now standing 40 feet away from you, and it's got its things out. Hair's all, teeth are growling. It's almost like hissing at you. It's like a hee. As you turned around to look at Hannah, you also notice another one. Kind of like stealthily moving across the ground. Right now,
I believe now we are, as you would say, up the creek without a paddle.
well, or essentially, we're going to go to initiative.
Yeah, baby.
I should have brought that little board.
No, you can't cross genres.
19.
Can't do it.
1 second. We'll go around
Also,
one way and then we reverse direction the other way to make sure everybody gets a chance to go first.
the white person, who's that?
That's me.
What race are you?
I'm you.
Okay, Hannah,
But I don't have.
17.
I have a golden Q to my.
bro, tick.
14. Is there an extra?
What's your dexterity?
Oh, dexterity.
What
It's
would-
plus 1.
Yeah, so if you roll a 14, then you have +1 to your initiative. So, tick.
Oh.
Roll for initiative.
It was
No, roll
No.
19.
Roll.
The 14.
That would be a 13 for me.
And Mr. Shaolin, 14?
For me?
Yeah.
13.
13?
Yeah.
13.
Darn racers. I'll let you two decide which one of you would go first in all of this.
18.
Okay?
Plus 4.
Your
I'm going to roll a little bit differently.
You're going first.
Your puppy. Got an 8. The puppy that's beside you. Oh, lovely. That is actually going to be a 21. And +2 initiative. And I'm just going to clump your 3 together if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because that's more fun.
More.
They will also be going at the same time.
Dude, like.
And they're all going before we are.
All right, so let's swing it over to here. Because you get to go first.
I get to go first, but it's 40 feet away from
40 feet away.
Oh.
I know.
I know,
What a
it's-
coincidence.
me. That it's just
Dang,
out of
it's
my
just
reach.
out of your reach. Your dagger screams to you and wants to taste the blood of whatever flesh that has come to get you.
I kind of agree with the dagger, so
You two,
They're easy friends,
You and the
eh?
dagger,
Like-
you were made for each other.
yeah.
It's like you didn't need a
Even though it's slowly
Yeah.
going to eat your soul. Right.
It gets to that
I get a
part, I guess.
glimpse of it. I'm like, what's going on over there?
Yeah.
So she'd be able to go 30, and then I'd still be 10 feet away.
Exactly.
Right. And I'll dash that extra 10 feet to be right up against this stuff.
Right up against it.
Absolutely. I'm not going to
Okay.
wait for it to come to me.
All right.
And then I got to
I like it.
growl right back at it.
Okay.
Intimidation.
It doesn't go yet, but the other one
having a
makes
hard
makes
The dash.
the dash to completely engage you. Pause, like literally on you. These 3 up here also kind of start circling around. They will start to circle. We'll put them a good 10 feet away, and we'll circle around here to there. And you're like this little like kung fu master guy, right? You're not really much of a threat, really, right now at this point. Even though I have a monk that plays on my Friday drop at night, so I know exactly what they're capable of doing. Expend key points and do a whole bunch of damage, but then you're out of key points. And we're going to bring it down to Brothric.
Roltic.
Broltic? Brotic.
Brol, right? B-R-O-L?
Roll.
Broltic.
Broltic. Broltic.
Yeah.
All right, bro. He knew that was coming.
That's the way I put
That's
it
the
down.
way he rolls.
Okay.
All right, what am I doing here?
What are you doing?
Well, this thing's up.
Checking to make sure your underwear was clean in case you die, because you don't want to be hauled back with dirty underwear. No?
I'm just taking a swing at it.
Absolutely. Take a swing. You roll a d20. You get to add your little combat modifiers that are at the bottom.
16 plus the 5, or yes, 5, right? Yep.
21?
21.
Oh, wow. Yes, as this thing comes up to you, you're able to pierce this thing with your sword. What kind of sword do you have?
It's a long sword.
Oh, excellent. Long swords are great for piercing and slashing and stuff like that. All right, you get to do damage.
Many damages.
Okay, you gotta roll your damage
That
now.
one.
It is the D.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
D8.
Plus your
5
plus your strength modifier.
plus 10.
Yeah.
It's this one right here, 5 plus 5.
Yeah,
So 1d8
10.
plus 5. Yeah,
How much?
10.
10.
So nasty. So nasty indeed. Hey, Mr. Rickety,
Okay, so that's
you've got two bearing down on you.
yeah. So that's how close those ones are to me. Those two over there.
Yeah, they're 10 feet away really right now. They didn't actually do the complete charge. They kind of
Yeah.
like walked up. They're waiting for you to see what you do.
Um,
Maybe they're thinking that you're really good at shooting arrows at the ground.
well,
They don't know whether it was just trying to scare them off or
well,
not.
I want
Maybe
to
it's a
cast
really bad
Hunter's
shot.
Mark for sure, and then
You want to pick one? You want to cast it on this one, this one, this one, this one, this one?
sure. I'll probably shoot that one first.
Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, it's an extra 1d6, and it lasts for an hour. And then can I like kind of like stand or sit on your shoulder and then shoot my arrow from there?
Whose shoulder?
His. Because he might be strong. Because he should be strong enough to lift me. Because I'm a halfling hobbit thing.
Yeah, that's...
Or is that? Or am I not able to do that?
That's a movement and an action.
That's a movement and an action. So you wouldn't be casting Hunter's Mark, you'd be actually kind of
Hunter's
moving.
Mark
And that's
is a
only
bonus
if you,
action.
Yeah, I know, but it's a move and an action, and it's up to him to say, yes, it's okay that you climb onto my shoulders, which would be an action for him.
Okay.
That would
Okay,
probably
okay.
hinder his attack then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then never mind.
And of course, then he's gonna, you'll be attacking at a disadvantage because now you have a strange halfling.
Yeah.
And basically, when he
Never
tries to
mind.
climb onto your back, it's gonna push your hat forward like this, and you have that really wide hat.
Never
So
mind.
now you're fighting almost blind.
Okay. Never mind. Then can. Okay.
I mean, does he, like, the hat is so big, it covers his whole shoulders anyways, right?
Yeah, I know,
So he
but
would
as,
be on
as,
his
as,
hat.
as Tick, if Tick were to climb up his back like that, it would push the hat forward.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, because Hunter's Mark is a bonus action, so it doesn't actually take up my action turn, so I still have an action and a movement. Would I be able to move, like, further back, so I'm, like, somewhat more behind him and then shoot my
Sure, yeah.
arrow? Okay, so I'm gonna do that.
You gonna move backwards?
I'm only gonna warn you this, like, this is just between you and me. This is out of character.
Okay.
You move behind me and roll a crit 1. be warned, adventurer.
I don't know.
I love you, buddy.
You want to move behind him?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're gonna like just kind of go.
Well, yeah, it's because of.
I
what's
can
it
move figures
called?
around maps so many times I just know exactly how many squares it is.
So roll your dice.
Roll your dice.
So
Use
you
your
moved
dice.
you moved 25 feet back.
Well, not 25 feet back. I like, but like just
20 feet.
Just behind?
like just behind him because I'm naturally stealthy, so I can. hide attempts can be made even in plain sight. Can hide behind any creature one size larger. So I'm a halfling, so you'd be medium because halflings are small.
Go
Yeah.
ahead and roll your.
Okay. So
Hit
I'm
it.
shooting that thing.
That was a long
5,
wind up
6,
for
7.
a 2.
7.
A 7?
Yeah.
Okay, you kind of run up and you get behind your little new shell-in friend or
Yeah.
whatever,
Badass.
and you kind of you try to make a, and you're just going to shoot instead of
Okay.
taking a stealth check because
Yeah.
you've already used your bonus action as
Yeah.
your action,
Yeah.
and you fire your bow. You
Okay.
see this arrow come right between your legs, and it basically just flies in between both these canine creatures that are
Hey, I didn't get in that
that
one.
want you, that are unhappy with you.
Fishing. My eyes go back and forth.
Because that's going to bring us to now which one
It's
of you
gonna
two
go
would like
first.
to go first? You're going to go first?
Yeah.
I can close the distance and attack.
Absolutely. They're see here you got 5, 10, 15, 20
Yeah.
feet now.
I'm just going to do this. I will.
I don't need a grid anymore. It's
I will attack the
38
first
years
one.
of this. A grid. Who needs a grid?
I will attack the first one
Years
with
of Warhammer
the
miniatures.
quarter
That's
staff.
6 inches measured. I dare you.
That is a 9 plus 6, 15.
Oh, you hit.
Okay.
Oh, falling on this game.
One
That's gonna be
D8.
quick.
I will do. I do the 1d8 points of damage with 2 hands on my quarter
Right.
staff.
Instead of the 1d6.
Yes, that's 11 total.
Okay, on which one?
This one, the
That
one
one
that's
with the hunter's mark?
Yes.
Okay, so that's actually plus 6. For the, he has hunter's mark on it.
Okay.
So that's 17.
The hunter's
No, no,
mark
he-
will-
That's
only for him,
That's
though.
only for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's 11 total for
Yeah.
that one, but I'd like to spend a key point.
and of course you're going to kick it.
Yeah. I will spend my one key point and do flurry of blows. That's an 18. Plus my, I guess it's just my dex, right?
Yeah.
Or strength. So that's like a 22.
Yeah, it looked like you were about to miss, but you nailed it right in the side of the head. So
Okay.
roll your damage.
What is flurry of blows? I just
It's a
not
one. It's a 1d4.
1d4 plus,
Yeah,
right?
it's like getting a
4
bonus
plus my
attack. yeah.
strength, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Is it strength or dex?
I think on the monk,
It's
in
dex.
some regards,
Dex.
it's dex.
So that's another 8.
Yeah, so that's another 8. But there's some things, and I haven't
Oh,
done
I
a lot
wrote
of
it down.
reading on a monk, but sometimes I think isn't it wisdom? You can use wisdom
Yes,
and
it's 1d4 plus, actually, I wrote it down.
plus your wisdom, right?
It's actually 4 plus 6 is 10 more points of damage.
Yeah.
So 22 total,
How many key do you have a day?
just 2. So I'm down 1.
Yeah, so he's lost a key. But the good news is you've kicked this thing so hard in the head that you can hear the snapping of its neck, and it kind of like just crumbles off to the ground and it disappears. We're just like, oh, my hyena. This you will die. Excellent.
My turn.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna go up.
You Holy Avenger, you.
Yeah, I'm going at it with my mace. 23.
Oh yeah, as this thing's trying to bite at your shield, you keep it at
No
bay and
sense.
you smoke this thing right on the side of its body with your mace.
5 damage.
Oh,
Excellent.
smoke it. Well, I guess that brings us to a new round. Now-
Are we gonna do
You're gonna
initiative
reverse?
every round, or what are we doing?
You know what? I honestly think that would be fair to do initiative every round, just to give everybody a chance to go first and give my canines a chance to do maybe better than what they did, which is pretty awesome.
This one actually
I don't
did
mind if
not
they
attack.
first.
to be
No,
fair.
it did not attack you. No, it's basically got, for some reason, it didn't attack you.
It thinks you're pretty.
Or intimidated with my
Nice.
Or-
To be
Or something else.
something else.
But it seemed to back off a little bit from you. It didn't like that idea at all. You kind of,
Well, if Hannah was smart, she might figure it out, but she's not.
I doubt it.
She was drawn by
So,
two guys back
let's
in
go
the
for
60s.
yours is actually going to get a
Oof.
21. Those guys. Of course, the other ones are going to be at a 12. Hannah, or actually, let's start here.
Oh, bam.
Cleric of Goodness. We'll go the other way around. I like
Sounds
to
good. Sounds good.
move it differently.
12.
What you roll?
17.
Ticker.
Good fail.
Ooh, yeah.
Tick will have some time to decide what he's going to do.
Wait. I have Lucky. Lucky gets a reroll.
Actually, don't
any one
halflings get to
once.
reroll ones anyway?
Yeah, it's
I think halflings get to reroll ones.
Ones.
Yeah,
No, just that's their trait, isn't it?
Yeah.
For
For
halfling?
lucky,
It's
so.
an 8.
it's
No,
a
no.
lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have their own version of lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
15.
The one with the most.
Brolic.
15.
Brolic's going to get a
16.
16.
No, sorry, it's 11. I'm
It is well.
doing math wrong.
It's a 15. It's a 16. Oh,
Yeah,
no, it's an 11.
It's 11.
12.
12. Okay. This one, actually, one second. I have to make a saving throw for that hyena. We're not good. This hyena does not attack you. As a matter of fact, it backs up
I
another
don't
10
even need
feet.
to take this.
Lucky only comes into effect with an attack roll.
Oh, yeah. Right, you have
Or
a
an
1.
ability
You do
check
have
or
a
a
1.
saving throw.
Yeah,
There you go.
ticks back down to a 1.
Sorry.
I've never played a halfling. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to.
No,
brag.
that's
I'm just
awesome.
reading up on it.
Well, we should.
You know, and I
it
thought
helps.
that. I thought that, but I didn't want to really bring it in there. Cause
No, but
the last
you
thing
know
I
what?
like to do in games is start looking up
Is-
rules. We'll
yeah.
just let things go.
Yeah.
I'll look up the
actually
rules
good chat.
afterwards mostly, but I was pretty
Yeah.
sure it was ability checks, saving throws, and just attack rolls. But not like you can't re-roll a damage roll or anything like that.
Yeah. I just knew it was for that one.
Yeah, but anyways, no, that was good. Thank you.
My bad.
So yeah, it backs off, and it's for something about you right now has this creature a little terrified.
I think because it's scared of me.
I think because it's scared of you too. You're what, like 6'6",
I think I have a
290.
6'5".
6'5",
Yeah.
260.
Yeah.
272 pounds and 6 ounces.
I don't know what they threw at. Yeah.
Yeah. Against a little
girl.
puppy.
She's all woman. I tell you what, that's all woman.
Well, there's a dockhand back in Secomber that can't wait for her to come back. As a matter of fact, he's off at the Temple of Timor right now going, please bring her back to me.
That's a lot of woman.
All right. You're up, Mr. Monk and Rooney.
Okay, I will quarterstaff.
Yep, before this thing even gets a chance to do anything.
Ooh, that's a miss for sure. Well, we'll see. That's 6 and 6 is 12.
That's not going to be enough.
Your daughters
Nope.
stealthily out of the way.
And that's all you're going to do?
That's all I got for now.
Okay, perfect. All right, let's go right in line here. It's in between you two guys.
Go ahead.
What's your dex?
Dex is 2. Or 14.
Go.
Yeah. We always have that little rule with the person with the highest
gotta
dex
get
actually
dex.
always gets
Yeah.
like that 0.5.
Okay. She will attack with the dagger then. She'll move up the 10 feet again and
Yeah.
yeah. That is a 15.
That's definitely going to hit with the dagger.
And the daggers, my dagger's 1d4 plus 5.
Yeah.
And then I got necro on it as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we know. The 1d6
that's-
for the necro?
Yeah, so that's 9 plus 6 is 15 on it. And I heal 1 HP, which I don't have down, but another tattoo, or the
Yeah.
tattoo grows on my...
You're not sure, but you actually feel on your thigh.
Okay.
Another one, you feel like that tingling sensation. And if you look down and lift up your skirt a little bit, you'll see a new one right above your knee on your thigh.
Is it a paw print?
It doesn't hurt though, does
Thought about that.
it? Does it just kind of like tingle?
It just tingles.
Okay.
It doesn't cause you any pain right now. It actually tingles.
Oh, looks pretty.
You're up to like 5 of those now, right? 6. This is number 6.
Okay.
I have to remember in my head too, because there's a magic number that eventually that you will hit.
6.
Don't worry, you've got lots of life ahead of you.
I'm swinging the mace.
Surveillance will claim another.
17.
So, that'll hit.
Yeah.
4.
Excellent. Before Brolic goes and before Tick goes, the one wolf is going to go that's up against OHanlon. Wow.
There's no way.
There is no OHanlon there. Oh, no, not OHanlon. Sorry. Oh, oops.
What's yours? Your name?
I am Shen Feng.
You're Shen Feng. I forgot that. I called you OHanlon. Can you
That's
believe that?
It's a brother from another mother.
Because
right?
soon that might happen too. I thought about actually having you possessed by OHanlon.
Nice.
Hey.
Not gonna lie, it's an option. Okay, so
Hanlon could get down with this dude.
it runs up and it completely misses you. It's like you managed to duck out of its way. Brolic,
Yep.
your turn.
I'm gonna try swing again.
All right. Pokey, pokey.
Boogie. 18.
Yeah, you hit.
That'll be this one. It's plus the 1. Okay.
Yep.
Plus your 5.
Plus your 5.
Yeah.
So 8.
You're pretty strong.
8.
Yeah, 8 points of damage. Yeah, you managed to just like you embed your sword into its side that is now a carcass.
Yeah.
I like the word carcass.
That's a good word.
Brolic's carcass.
OHanlon's.
You should keep it with you. You should bring it with you as your first trophy. Along with your one that somebody should have taken a picture of, honestly. Should have actually taken a picture of that. Okay, and now the other wolf is going to attack you. Well, you look tasty.
That's what they
Gonna
do.
miss.
Oh, yeah, it is going to miss, actually. You have like a 16 armor class, don't you? Yes. Love the armor class.
Love the Dragonborn.
And it misses, and that brings us to
We got 6
you,
now,
Mr.
yeah.
Rickety.
I got that one.
I
So
did
what
about
happens?
18.
Well,
I just go?
You just go last, yeah. Yeah. You got distracted. Pardon me? What'd you get, 16?
Yeah.
Are you shooting it with an arrow?
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna hit.
Yeah. And then there's a 1d6. Plus another d6 for Hunter's Mark.
I thought you killed the one that had a hunter's mark
killed
on
the
it.
one.
He killed the one that
Yeah.
has Hunter's Mark.
It automatically switches to a different one.
Okay.
Cool. Can't give me a ranger.
3 plus
That's what Andy was using last night.
I believe you
short bow,
transfer.
5, 6, 7, 8. So that's an 8 plus 1. So that's 7.
8 plus 1
9.
is 7. 9.
9.
Yeah.
9. 9.
All right.
If we go back to
The one against Hannah.
Yeah, math is hard.
It's all good, man.
8. One against our friendly neighborhood
I've done that a few times already
Lynn
today.
guy, and 15 against the one against you. Hannah, do you want to roll for initiative? New round,
Absolutely.
just for fun.
8.
8. Brolic, initiative.
This one?
Yeah.
10?
6.
Oh, 6, sorry. I
Yeah,
had a
that
5, I know.
There's so many numbers on there
Yeah.
for you to add to different things.
I know.
I keep doing that.
Did you answer the math is hard on the player's thing? Because
That is pretty much what it is today.
you'll get used to it. It actually takes a while for you to just kind of know, well, I have a plus
okay,
one
I
at this,
just
I have a plus one at that. Mr. Rickety, you are rolling initiative.
Brandon. Roll
Initiative. 15 plus 3.
18.
18.
Show shot.
Oh, that'll be a total of 6.
I could beat you 7.
Well, we got some low initiatives here.
Wow.
Yeah, we sure do.
6s?
It's because we need coffee.
Tick gets a 18, right? Tick, you're leading the pack here.
There we are.
I'd like to shoot it again.
All right, then you can roll to hit.
13
Plus.
plus my +5 for because I'm using short bow again.
That will hit.
Bam. 4 plus 5 is 9 plus another 1. That's
Not bad,
10.
man.
10?
Not bad.
It doesn't look very good. As a matter of fact, you've embedded it. It actually looks pretty hurt.
My first arrow hit it in the shoulder right here, the other arrow hit it in the shoulder right here.
And it's going to take probably one of its dying breaths to try to bite your friend. 19 hits you, right?
Yeah, just.
You're going to take six points of damage. Ha, ha, ha.
That's what I think.
That hurt. That hurt. Not just my feelings.
All right, another one's going to attack you as well, too.
And I said,
All
no.
you really bad initiative people.
I said, no.
I say no. You block it with your shield as it comes up to chop it.
So my shield gives me an extra +2 to AC. Boom. Which now makes me 18.
No, that's 16 with the shield.
No, 16 on top of.
God dang, to an 18. It's high ACs, you know, sometimes, right?
Because you really.
That's okay. Believe it or not, I have solutions to all
But it actually
I
was
hear
a
Nelson's,
bullshit moment.
I hear
There's
Nelson's
always-
laugh in the background in my head.
There's always a way to get around that.
I know.
Yeah, always. Environment.
DM screen and then just make up the roll.
No, you know what? I've told you guys that before. My theory on rolling and trying to hide stuff behind the DM screen. I think I wrote an article a couple months ago on it as well too, on fudging the dice. I believe that characters come to a table and you kind of present them with a few hooks and they kind of create the story around whatever it is. So they're actually creating their own story. But for me, the dice that I roll or the dice that the players roll, and sometimes I roll poorly and sometimes I roll well, but those dice, they are the random factor in the story that I don't know, that you don't know. And I find it more interesting to do that way because I'd rather not know that OHanlon's going to get killed, and because that was all dice that day.
Oh, yeah.
That was bad rolls on your part,
Yeah.
and that was a very successful on my part. But that was, once again, that was a random element in a story,
That's what happens, right?
and that's what it is.
That's the reason why I'm walking around with a limp right now.
That's why you're walking around with a limp. And for that,
Around
because
looking like a sandwich.
I know we're getting off topic again, but I gotta take this account because Star Wars. You play the Flights of Fantasy one, or
The Fantasy Flight one, yeah.
yeah, where you have the different dice that actually have, and those dice, they're not numbered, but you could have successes, but still have
Failures.
a failure as
yeah.
well too, which means that
Or
you
you
could
could have
unlock,
failures.
like you could slice into, like, let's say a portal or like a door and actually get the success of unlocking that door, but then have some sort of bad failure that happens, which means that you could have set off
alarm's
a silent alarm
Yeah.
or something like that.
Or you have
So
the other way
those
around.
dice are really, that leaves a lot for the player and the GM to come up with all kinds of things versus in here where it's like a yes or no.
See, I've never fudged for the monster's benefit, but I have fudged for the players because I didn't want to TPK the grade 8 boys that I DM for, because that would be like
That
crushing
would
for that.
Would that hurt their feelings?
That would be crushing.
They need to learn life and death at
Yeah.
that age. I would have
They
killed
have to
them.
understand.
Kill them.
There's no participation.
I'm a monster.
No participation.
No participation ribbon for you.
We
You
grew up
either
in the
live or you
70s.
die.
We grew up in the 70s.
This is D&D. There is
This is
yes and no.
D&D. This is like
There's
a
no
life
crying.
lesson. This is a life lesson.
There's no crying in
Don't
D&D.
cry. There's no crying in D&D. There's only a new character.
Okay, sorry.
No, that's okay.
Back on topic, boys.
Okay, we're gonna flip it around here to Hannah. You have this, it's back off another,
And I go up another.
okay?
Oh, I probably miss with. That is a 10.
Yeah, it's so scared and you're trying to hit it with a dagger that it's actually managed to back off another 5 feet as kind of like a reaction to you attacking it.
How
So-
close is this thing getting to me?
Oh, no. This whole thing between Hannah
That's way down
and this
there,
whole
right?
block,
That's 200.
let's call it they're hyenas.
Yes.
We'll call it what it is. Hannah and the hyena, they're like a good 100 feet away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
it's one of
he
those,
was
like,
200
line
and he was coming
circular
back.
ones
Yeah,
way
that's right.
further.
Yeah, there's like rocks and stuff like that. You can see the battle,
Yeah.
but there's no way you're going to get to that.
Would I start to question this at any point? I'm thinking no. That why this won't attack me back?
That's scared of you.
Okay.
It's going to get its roll. I get to make a saving roll versus its fear, anyways, right? But before we get to do that, over here.
Okay, I'd get to an attack, quarterstaff. That will hit with a 22. 23.
Yes. It barely, but just barely hit it with a 23.
That is 12 points of damage.
Wow. Ow. That hurt.
Sure did.
Tick.
I am.
Oh no, you already win.
Yeah, I go
We're on
first.
you now.
Get it. Get him.
Get it.
17.
Yes.
Boom. 3.
I see John Candy.
Okay, this one's making a saving throw versus some sort of fear that it's got towards you. It's really scared of you. It's actually cowering in front of you.
I think a little bit better of myself actually for that.
Yeah.
It's too scared.
It makes
to
you
attack.
feel very powerful and
Yeah.
big and strong. Like if you were to add rage into this, maybe throw a little frenzy on the side,
This thing will have a heart attack just because it's
it'll kill itself.
You should call it.
All right, we got one attacking our little. Oh!
Did he roll a crit?
Yeah.
Sure did.
Crit 1.
Crit 1.
On me?
Yeah. It fumbled so bad that you find that you have a little bit of an opening. So if you wanted to use one of your open-handed attacks, I'm going to allow you to make that choice.
Do I have to use a key point?
No.
Okay.
This is going to be a free flourish of blows for you.
Absolutely.
Because it's so poorly got its footing and slipped on a rock and
It
almost
lunges
went
at
prone.
me.
Yeah, it lunged at you and
I
you s-
spin around and with a flurry of blows, I punch it in the head and I miss.
Yeah. That's okay.
I go to punch it in the head and it actually, because it slipped away from me and it was like, whoa.
There's a lot of false advertising in that.
You're last on the list. With your
I was just like,
amazing 6, right?
Yeah, it was lovely.
I gotta sell this.
I don't really. I don't think I can get anywhere, so I don't know what else I can do here. I'm just gonna kind of sit back and watch.
Stand there and look important.
Yeah.
You're a paladin.
What kind of paladin are you, dude?
Well,
One who feels that his teammates can do their own thing.
He's fiercely independent.
the ones over here, I can see that one's not doing very good. I can see both
No,
of them
it's
aren't
not
doing very good, right? So
None of them are doing very well at all.
yeah.
And that one over there, you're not sure what's
even-
going on
I'm not
there.
even ready to get close to that.
You hear
one.
Hannah like, ah, right? Ah, you scared me, aren't you, dog?
What do you
Get to this chopper.
Do you have any spells? I don't know what paladins have.
It might be on the yellow paper.
You don't have any spells yet at
No,
level 2.
I got
I think it's
nothing
level,
really good.
yeah, level 2, they have
It's like
two
healing
spells,
stuff?
2 spell slots, right?
yeah.
Which are usually resorted to like maybe a bless and a cure light wounds.
So it should be.
I got my own hands and divine sense, and I got my dragon's breath. But I'm pretty sure no one wants me to use that right now.
Well, unless you're within 30 feet of any of these,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not sure.
you could do Dragon's Breath on that. You could breathe on that one.
Is he? All right,
Yeah,
let's go
but-
for that.
That's
But
one.
you
I know you're standing there. That's probably the reason why I would go for that. Actually, honestly.
Look at that, you host him twice, he tries to take you out twice. What a guy, eh? Get out.
I do feel like that would be something that would really that would tempt him to use it in that direction.
Yeah, if you have no, it's a 15-foot cone. Okay, so basically
No, I
Small
think I
one gets bigger.
got the line.
that would be the dragon's breath. That would either be a lightning bolt, but the actual dragon's breath, I believe, is a 15-foot cone.
It's
What kind of dragon are you?
5 foot by 30 feet.
Oh, yes, it's a 5 foot.
Yeah.
Oh,
30 feet
it's
long.
that one.
Yeah, so I got it's right there, press.
Your brass, yeah, it's 5 foot. It's a line. It's a deck.
It's a line.
So really, you could probably even throw it from
The
where
brass
you are.
has the line. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
But
The cone is only 15 feet.
And
Yeah,
You
that's,
said-
that's what I thought. Fire, I always assumed that it was the cone.
now I will preface this. If he's going to use it, you said the dog attacked me.
Yeah,
I
so it
said
kind
I
of like,
moved beside him.
no, it kind of like went, ah, and you went,
but
ah,
you
and
can
spun
always- you
around,
can always
and you landed right back down. And so,
Okay, fair enough.
It's kind of maybe
That's
like a
cool.
little bit off to the side.
You can always flank.
I would get myself in a decent position, right? But I honestly don't think I would care that much.
Okay. No, that's fair. Let's see if we can finish off these puppies. Wow. That one's got a 1. 19. And 16. And you get initiative?
did I miss an entire round here? I thought he was about to use his breath weapon on it, and then we
Yeah.
just jumped into initiative. He's still.
Oh, he was the last one. Oh, you're gonna use your breath
He
weapon?
hasn't actually.
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay then.
It's like.
We could not
Yes.
even be rolling for that one. I thought you weren't gonna do anything.
No, I will. Because I don't
Okay.
care that he's standing right beside
Do
us.
it. Do it.
Nice. Hit it, man.
So it's 12 on the dice.
Do you get a plus to the breath?
Actually, I'm just making a dexterity saving throw. I'm going to make my dexterity saving throw, so I'm going to take half damage. You are also going to make a dexterity saving throw, too, to take no damage.
20.
Yeah, you're fine.
Plus.
Yeah.
Tuck and roll, man.
You feel a little bit of your... Are you wearing robes or like a jerkin?
Robes.
Robes, okay. Some of your robes is...
Yeah.
It's caught a little on fire.
That's
Do your
fine,
damage.
right?
The hat's okay.
Yeah. Not
The hat's fine.
Is it the
I'm going to
D8?
burn that hat.
Is that what I'm using, the D8?
Yeah.
It's a simple straw.
5?
Do you have any plus to it?
5?
I don't think so.
It's 2d6.
Oh.
It's 2d6 for your breath weapon, isn't it?
Yes, something
Yeah.
like that.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, the DC save for the throw is 8 plus your
Damage.
Con plus your proficiency.
No, that's the DC.
Yeah,
Okay, so
2d6.
2d6. So 2 and 6. So 8.
8
Nice.
minus 4. It's fur, it singes.
Holy.
No, you take the full 2d6 on a failed save.
I know, I made my save.
Damn it.
But that's okay. It's still...
Dead is dead.
This is worse than home.
Emoliated.
Oh, okay. So there.
You know, she wants to
I'm
chip
gonna-
at me.
I'm gonna look back. I'm gonna look back.
2d6 on a fail save. Okay.
I am gonna give him the look like, really?
All right.
I would give the shrug.
Okay. And I kind of go,
There.
Smoke coming out.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do about it? All right, let's start off initiative. We have a couple of these little tigers or hyenas left over.
That's a big fat 8.
Getting there.
Yeah, just keep
19.
going down.
Oh, sorry. Oh, Jesus. 7.
11.
Crit 20.
Boom.
dang.
And that was the middle one. So the one with the big high one is
Yeah.
dead.
I don't like wasting my 20s on initiative though.
Yeah. All right,
20
Hannah,
is never wasted.
what are you gonna do?
Sounds like a bumper sticker.
Oh, she's wants to drive this
And that
dagger into
20 is
this
never wasted.
Of course.
scared little hyena.
It's fearful of you.
15.
15. That's definitely gonna do some dagger damage.
8 points of damage, and it does not increase the tattoo.
Because you only got a 1.
So I only get a 1 on that.
Yeah. This whole dagger has some little mystical things that happen to it. Yeah, probably should have been turned over to the authorities, but he's decided to keep it.
Well,
All right.
It is very pretty.
Nobody wants to try to take the tattoo away from me, right?
Right.
Right?
Well, I tried to take the blade, but he killed me.
Yes.
Yeah, that's actually what happened. It was eventually tried to take the blade away from you
I
and
don't know.
Got sliced.
got sliced by the blade and got killed.
Are we allowed
All
to
right,
take these,
you
or
killed
the-
it.
or
I've
the-
killed
There for
You've
something.
killed it.
Okay.
Okay? And you feel,
I just let out a big howl in like victory.
kill the doggy! Okay. Next up, let's go right down this line here to Shang. What you gonna do?
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? No, I'm good.
That's a wrong movie, dude.
I will quarterstaff. Moving quarterstaff.
Rush hour.
That is a nat 20.
Well, you'll be getting to roll that damage dice a couple times.
So
Quarterstaff.
I'm sure
That's
this hyena with the hit points that it has right now would really love to see how much damage you're going to do to it.
1d8. That's
Blood
8
all
and
over
6
its fur.
is...
So quarterstaff is
14.
1d6.
No, it's versatile. So do I get
He's
to roll
using it
twice?
two-handed.
Yeah.
14 plus 11 is...
Plus, you don't add your modifier twice, though.
No modifier twice?
No, you don't have the
Okay,
modifier
19
twice, just the extra 19 in total. Okay, do you want to make a quick saving throw for your quarterstaff?
That's a nat 1.
A nat 1?
Yeah.
Here's the interesting part. You have come down, you basically like leapt over there, and you had your quarterstaff in the air. You made an amazing strike. Ah! You crushed this thing. Like it went right through its neck. You hit it so hard that it actually put it right to the ground. Your quarterstaff now has a little nick at the very end of it as it touched the ground. This thing is completely, like it, there's no way. You basically did its hit points and damage.
There's a little nick.
A little nick.
I'll take my sword out real quick and I just put another nick in there, a little notch in it. I say to myself, to kill, very good.
All right. That's creepy. Is that creepy? The monk's creepy.
I look
He's a little weird.
I look at the cleric and I say, I was asked to leave my monastery. And I start walking away towards down the path again.
All right. Do you wait for them?
You want me to fix that up for you?
Anybody want to do anything? Yes?
Wait, so they're all dead?
Oh, yeah, they're all very much
Do I
dead.
wait for them? No, I'm gonna start just walk. I'm not gonna dash, but I'm just gonna start
Okay.
heading off.
I guess I'll start walking towards him.
They can dash to catch up if they
Quick,
want.
quick question. Would you like to have a break? Quick break?
Yeah, let's do a quick break.
Actually,
Just hold on a second. Folks, don't go away, because we'll be back.